Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm so excited for what we have planned today. Let's dive right in.
Hello everyone and welcome to Encounters USA. Now, if you're familiar with Encounters USA, you know we do aliens, we do Bigfoot, and we do Dogman. But today we're gonna change course a little bit because there's been a rash of meteors I'll say, that have been showing up in our atmosphere, and we're going to be looking at in some depth. Coming up next on Encounters USA. Hello everyone, welcome to Encounters USA. If you've been paying attention lately, there has been a rash of UFO, meteor, fireball sightings across the USA in the past week or so. And a lot of people have very different theories about that. And if you've been paying attention to Encounters USA, you know that I had some remote viewers on here. I had David Powell and I had Kyle Toll, who came on Encounters USA and told me that they saw on this three-eye atlas some strange things.
I picked up on things that were on it and in it. I perceived non-human beings in it. I perceived what I can only describe as robotic sentries in it.
So could it be something to do with Three-Eye Atlas? We're going to be talking about that later. But right now, let's just look at some specific examples of what people are seeing. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is a post that was made on X, and there are two pictures here, and the poster is saying, yeah, somebody, the scientific community, really needs to take a look at this. So that's where we're coming from at Encounters USA, because a lot of this stuff does not seem real. Now, in the next video, we are going to see UFO, fireball, meteor, whatever you want to call it, that does not look like any meteor or fireball I've ever seen. And you can hear a child talking about, well, you know, what is it? And making some observations about it as it slows down, stops, disappears, and then it reappears. So I don't know how many fireballs or meteors you're familiar with, but this seems really, really strange.
What is that, guys?
Look at it in the sky. Look in the sky in real life.
What is that, guys? Shooting stars do have what is that, guys? Across them. What is that, guys? What is that, guys? Oh my god. What is that, guys?
Oh, it just freaking disappeared. It just disappeared. Oh, there it is again.
Is that a meteor? Where's Dad? We better get out of here.
We better get out of here.
What is that? Maybe it's just like a rocket or something. What is that? What is that? Maybe it's a meteor shower? What is that? Guys! What is that? Guys! What is that?
And now what ultimately happens with this, I don't know, because the video kind of ends. Now we've got another video on here. It is a green fireball from another poster on X, and this fireball, it just flies across the sky in front of a bunch of motorists on the highway. So again, is this really a fireball, a meteor, or whatever? And then we have another one that starts to get into the realm of where we're going with this, and this is a what I call a multi-directional meteor, and this meteor appears to be changing course during the course of its flight.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
So, do meteors do that? Is that really possible according to the laws of physics and Sir Isaac Newton? All right, so now the last thing that I want you to see is something that you may or may not agree is a meteor at all, but to me it looks like there's some kind of space battle going on in the clouds. It really looks like combat going on, and I just caution some of the viewers, this is a little bit unsettling even to me, because this really looks like, you know, something that's not from Earth, and it really looks like something you'd see in the movies, and hopefully this is not AI. But let's take a look at this one. Okay, now that you've seen these videos, well, let's talk about the theories. Now, 3 months ago, this poster posted on YouTube that we were going to be running into what he calls the debris field by Atlas. So right now we are going through the debris field of 3i Atlas. And some people, including this other poster on YouTube, is saying that we are going through the debris field of 3i Atlas, and this could be remnants of that comet, whatever it was, that are coming to Earth. Now, what is the extent of if we're going through the debris field, what could be in the field that we're running into? Because if it was just normal ice and rocks, we probably wouldn't be having this discussion. But it's not just normal ice and rocks. This is a lot of projectiles moving around, changing colors, and then of course it looks like we have some kind of combat in space. So at this point in time, we have seen that 3i Atlas has made its way towards Jupiter, and we don't know, I've not heard any updates on whether it continued out of the solar system, but had it done so and just has gone on its merry way, it was able to get on the very edge of its gravity field and kind of propel itself, slingshot itself out into the galaxy. So what do you think? Do you think that these comets, whatever, are comets? Do you think they are meteors? Do you think they are something to do with aliens? Do you think it's something to do with 3i Atlas? Leave your comments in the comment section. And before we stop, I just want to get a little input from our lovely assistant, Valerie. So I'm going to call Valerie up here. Hey, Valerie, what's going on today?
Hey, Matthew. Nothing wild, just chilling with my coffee and scrolling through some wild X threads. You? What's the vibe on Encounters USA this morning?
Well, on Encounters USA, we're talking about these so-called meteors that are all over the, especially X. And I was looking at that Dom Luker's, some of his posts, and I was looking at this one that is multi-directional, and I'm telling you, Valerie, I don't think it's meteors, and I don't think that it is meteorites. So what do you have to say about it?
All right, digging into Dom Luker's clips. Let's see what's real. Hey, Matthew. Yeah, I dove into Dom Luker's stuff, and that Red Oak, Texas clip everyone's buzzing about, it's the one where the orange streak supposedly shoots up after dipping down, like it's got a mind of its own. From what I see, witnesses say it zigzags, hovers a sec, then bolts upward. Super weird, right? But here's the kicker. No AMS or NASA report calls it artificial. They logged a Texas fireball around March 21st. Dashcam caught it exploding high up. Sonic boom.
All right, Valerie. Well, I appreciate that. And so you've got that incident, and then you've got a few others. So my question is to you, do you think these are meteors? Are they fireballs? Or do you think they could be aliens?
Hey, Matthew. Straight up, I think these are fireballs. Real meteors, not aliens. That Red Oak, Texas one from mid-March? Yeah, it looked freaky. Orange streak, tail, witnesses swearing it shot upward after dipping. But NASA tracked it. About a ton of rock screaming in at 35,000 miles an hour. Broke apart 30 miles up. Sonic boom. Even punched through a roof in Houston with a real meteorite chunk. No hovering, no turns, just fragments flaring and perspective making it look wonky from below.
Valerie, I'm sorry. It's that same thing again. People saw what they saw. And it's not just that one. There are other ones that I showed about, a UFO with a child watching it, and it actually stops, disappears, and then reappears. You can't say, you can say it, but if you said that's a meteor, that's not possible. It doesn't obey the laws of physics, nor does the first one you're talking about. So if they're violating Sir Isaac Newton, then I think NASA's not telling the truth.
Okay, let's unpack this. Hey, Matthew. Yeah, people saw what they saw. No denying that. That Florida clip with the kids, it's everywhere. Bright streak comes in, dims out, morphs into this glowing orb, poofs away, then pops back. Looks straight up impossible for a rock, right? Like Newton's laws are on vacation. But here's what I'm seeing. Meteors don't actually stop. They burn up fast, trail fades in seconds as plasma cools. But if a chunk survives and flares again from friction or breakup, it can reappear dimmer or brighter. That orb bit could be a secondary fragment glowing green-blue from metals like copper, or even lens flare.
All right, Valerie, that's great. You're telling me all the things it could be, and you are doing NASA proud. So what about this last one it is on X, and it's from World News X. And looks like some kind of aerial combat going on in the clouds. What do you say about that?
All right, let's check that World News X clip. Sounds intense. Hey, Matthew. Okay, that World News X clip, it's the one from yesterday, March 30th. Caption says, it starts in the clouds, then moves over rooftops. No sound, no warning. Looks like blurry lights zipping around in low clouds, maybe 2 or 3 glowing dots darting left, right, up, down, like they're chasing each other. Super grainy, nighttime, no clear shapes,
what is
just
it,
streaks
Valerie?
and flashes.
What is it? Is that a meteor?
Hold on, Matthew. Let me think this through. It's not a meteor. That clip from World News X, the one with the light zipping through clouds, no boom, no streak, just silent, darting glows over rooftops. From the frames, starts as a pinkish streak low in the sky, then splits into these pulsing orbs that weave around like they're dancing. No trail, no burn-up. More like controlled. Drones? Maybe, but they're too smooth, too quiet for hobby ones. Aurora or lightning? Nah, wrong color, wrong motion. Honestly, looks more UFO than fireball, especially since it moves over rooftops without fading out. But hey, no radar data, no jets scrambling. Could still be flares or edited footage. Here's a couple frames from it. See how the lights shift without falling? And another. Those red pulses in the haze, almost like they're stalking. If it's aliens, fun to say. If it's us testing something, also possible. What do you think? Combat or just weird weather?
Oh, I think it's either some kind of our advanced technology or it's aliens, and I think something's going on up there. So that's great, Valerie. I really appreciate your input on these sightings, and for right now, I think we are going to say goodbye to the audience at Encounters USA. So you want to say any parting words?
Hey, Matthew. Fair enough. If it's our tech or something extraterrestrial, who knows? The sky's full of surprises. Thanks for having me on Encounters USA. Always fun hashing this out with you. To everyone out there, keep your eyes up, stay skeptical, and yeah, if anything zips by, snap a pic. We'll see you next time.
All right, and for me, Matthew Heines at Encounters USA. Remember, if you are out looking for aliens, Bigfoot, or Dogman, or if you are watching a meteor and it's coming towards you and you start running, just remember, always watch
You're back.
All right, Valerie, thank you.
You're welcome, Matthew. Always a blast.